want her back. Every part of you is screaming to text her, call her, explain yourself. Just do something to make her see your worth. You replay every conversation in your mind, searching for the right words that might change everything. Maybe if you just tell her how much she means to you, she'll realize she made a mistake, right? Wrong. The harsh truth is, begging, chasing, and trying to convince her will only push her further away. The more you run after her, the more she pulls back. That's human nature. We take for granted what comes too easily. And the more desperate you seem, the more certain she'll be that walking away was the right choice. But here's where everything shifts. If you truly want to change the game, if you want to make her rethink everything, there's only one thing to do. Disappear. Not for a few hours, not for a day. Completely. No texts, no calls, no checking her social media, no leaving behind breadcrumbs. You remove yourself entirely, leaving behind only silence. And in that silence, something powerful happens. A void forms. A space where she once expected your presence, but now finds nothing. Welcome back. This is where you take your power back. This isn't about playing games. This is about regaining control. Stoic men don't chase. They don't beg for love or attention. They build strength, resilience, and self-respect. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why your silence is louder than words and how disappearing will make her rethink everything. Stay with me. 1. Why disappearing works. Disappearing isn't just about going silent. It's about creating a shift in how she sees you. When you were always available, she never had to wonder about you. You were predictable, easy to reach, always there. But the moment you pull away, something unexpected happens. Your absence creates tension. Human nature craves curiosity. We are drawn to what is uncertain, to what feels just out of reach. The second you disappear, you introduce mystery into her mind. Suddenly, she starts wondering, why isn't he chasing? Has he moved on? Did I misjudge him? Here's the truth. She will feel your absence far more than she ever noticed your presence. When someone is always around, they fade into the background. But the moment they're gone, their absence becomes impossible to ignore. This is the power of disappearing. It shatters her expectations and removes her sense of control. Now, she has no choice but to sit with her own thoughts, without your validation, without your reassurance. And the more she tries to push those thoughts away, the stronger they come back. There's a psychological concept at play here. Reactance. When people feel like they've lost control, they instinctively try to get it back. By disappearing, you create a void that she feels compelled to fill. This is why disappearing works. It forces her to see that you're not someone she can take for granted. You're either fully valued or completely gone. And that realization is far more powerful than anything you could ever say. 2. Stop seeking closure. One of the biggest mistakes men make after a breakup is chasing closure. Want answers. You want to know why she left, why she changed, why she pulled away. You believe that one last conversation will give you peace. But here's the truth. Closure doesn't come from her. It comes from you. No explanation will give you the relief you seek. If she tells you she lost feelings, will that help? If she says she needs space, will that ease your pain? And if she gives you vague excuses, won't you just overanalyze them for weeks? The real problem isn't a lack of answers. It's the hope behind your questions. Deep down, you don't want closure. You want another chance. You want to say the perfect thing to change your mind. But the more you chase, the weaker you look. In her eyes, you become a man who can't handle loss, who isn't in control of his emotions, and nothing is less attractive than that. Instead of looking for closure from her, give it to yourself. Accept that not everything comes with a clear ending. Accept that she made a decision, and now it's time for you to make yours. That choice is simple. Move forward, silently, powerfully, without explanation. The less you seek closure, the stronger you become. You send a silent message. I don't need your validation. I don't need your explanations. I accept reality and keep moving. And that kind of strength, that's what makes people rethink their choices. Number 3, scarcity creates value. Have you ever noticed how people crave what they can't easily have? The rarest diamonds, the most exclusive cars, the limited edition products. These things aren't just valuable because of their quality, but because they're scarce. The harder something is to obtain, the more special it becomes in our minds. The same law applies to attraction. When you're always available, constantly texting, always showing up, there's no challenge, no mystery. She doesn't have to work for your attention because she knows it's always there, waiting. And what's always available, it's taken for granted, it's expected, and eventually it loses its appeal. But when you step back, when you stop reaching out, stop making yourself so easy to access, that's when she starts to notice the difference. Why isn't he chasing me anymore? Did I misjudge him? Has he moved on? Your absence creates scarcity, and scarcity ignites desire. Think about a song you once loved but played on repeat until it lost its magic. But after months of not hearing it, when it finally plays again, it feels fresh, powerful, nostalgic. That same principle applies to attraction. If you're always present, your absence won't be felt. But when you remove yourself completely, she has no choice but to reflect, and in that reflection, attraction is rekindled. A man who is rare becomes a man of value, and a man of value will always have options. So, if you truly want her to miss you, don't beg, don't chase, just disappear. Number 4, the reactance effect, making her chase. Have you ever noticed how people crave what they suddenly can't have? The moment something is taken away, its value skyrockets. This psychological principle, known as the reactance effect, is a game changer in attraction. When you were always available, texting first, responding instantly, she felt in control. She knew she had you. There was no urgency, no sense of loss. But the moment you pull away, stop reaching out, stop reacting, stop proving yourself, everything shifts. Now she's the one feeling out of control. She's no longer calling the shots. You are. And that triggers something deep in her mind. Why did he stop chasing? Is he over me? Has he found someone else? These thoughts create emotional turbulence. And when emotions take over, logic disappeared. She may not have even wanted you that badly before, but the fact that she's no longer in control, it's what makes her start chasing. At first, you'll notice small signs. Maybe she watches your stories, likes an old post, or randomly texts, "Hey." These are breadcrumbs, little tests to see if she still has power over you. But here's the secret. Don't take the bait. Reactance only works if you stay disciplined. Break the silence too soon, and you reset the power dynamic. But if you hold your ground, something interesting happens. She stops dropping breadcrumbs and starts chasing for real. And when that moment comes, you'll realize by doing nothing, you gained everything. Number 5, the Stoic mindset. Detached to attract attraction doesn't grow from desperation. It thrives on confidence, self-respect, and emotional control. And that's exactly where the Stoic mindset changes everything. If you truly want her to think about you, regret leaving, or even chase after you, you must detach. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop needing. Needing her validation, her attention, or the urge to prove yourself. The moment you let go of that need, you regain power over yourself. Most men think that proving their love, chasing her approval, or constantly fighting for her attention will make her stay. The truth? Women are drawn to men who don't seek validation. A man who can walk away, who doesn't break under rejection, who thrives with or without her. That's the man who holds real value. Stoicism teaches that happiness should never depend on external factors, especially not on someone else's approval. Your worth doesn't change just because she fails to see it. The key is to shift your focus from what you can't control, her feelings, her actions, her choices, to what you can control, your mindset, your purpose, your self-growth. Instead of obsessing over her absence, channel that energy into yourself. Hit the gym, build your passion, elevate your mindset. When she sees you evolving, becoming stronger without her, that's when doubt creeps in. That's when she starts questioning if she made the wrong choice. By detaching, you don't lose her. You shift the power in your favor. And ironically, that's what makes her want you back. Detached to attract, let go to gain, and watch what happens. If you found value in this video, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more powerful content like this. Stay strong, stay focused, stay stoic.